guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Shiana. I create all different types of lifestyle, makeup, beauty, fashion related videos. As you can see by the title of this video, I am discussing my weight loss journey. So if any of these topics interest you and you want to stay and hang around, then just hit that red subscribe button down below and the notification bell to be notified when I post videos. A long time ago, I made a vow to myself that I would actually come on camera and discuss everything that I have done that has worked for me. And I hit 135 pounds. That was my goal. I got down to like 130. I think I've gained a few pounds here or there. I am here now to share my story, my tips, my tricks, everything I've done, answer all of y'all's questions, literally all of the above. I told myself, like, I'm laying it all out there, the good, bad, and the ugly. So I'm gonna go over everything starting from my story. I've got my little journal here because I need to stay on topic. I don't want to just get lost in the video, so I want to make sure that everything is organized. So I will have like a tips video later on, and I will have like a recipe video later on, and I will have like exercise videos, things like that. I will make sure to come out with, but I'm going to go over everything in pretty much in plain sight first and then break it all down for you guys later on. I'm getting so nervous, ready to talk about this because I'm getting to talk to you guys about something, a part of my life that has been a part of my life for a very long time, and it hasn't been a secret. It's just I have never laid it out there in a video diary. So here we are. It all got started way back in really high school. I had gained a significant amount of weight over one summer, and I think it was like almost 20 pounds, and I had reached, I think my max weight was 181, and I was like doing like my yearly check-ins with like the doctor and everything, and that's how I knew, because I never jumped on a scale. I never knew how much I weighed. It was just kind of like, you know, you in high school, you enjoying life, you don't really care about stuff, you know, you just doing whatever you want, having a good time. And I think this was the summer where I was working at the summer camp at the church. Yeah, because we were eating out so much. I never really, you know, I just didn't care. I didn't pay attention to it until I got on that scale at the doctor's office, and she told me how much I weighed, and I was like, wow, like, Shiana, wow, you are almost 200 pounds. Wow. It never dawned on me anytime I went to the doctor, like, they would always say, yeah, you know, you're a little bit out of your body mass index category, and I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. You know, they always tell you that because typically you always are versus your height and your weight. I was like, you know, it's cool. I think I want to say it was junior going into senior year, because that was the summer where I feel like I was super heavy. Yeah, so around that time when I went back to the doctor, it was definitely so detrimental to my mental health. I'm already like a teenager dealing with everything else, but something about like that, my weight just didn't sit right with me. I was always called thick. I was always like, you know, I was always bigger. In my opinion, my weight was fine. I was comfortable, and that was me. I never let my figure hold me back, you know? In a sense, like, I had my insecurities, yes, most definitely. I still tried to work with what I had in that moment. So that's kind of like what it was for me. Down the line, graduate high school. So when I got into cosmetology school after high school, I was focusing more on me instead of just everything around me, because, you know, in high school you have that. It made me take a step back, start doing my self-reflections, but it was just like, you know, that thing that we talked about when you went to the doctor like almost a year ago or whatnot? Yeah, let's go back to that. And as in cosmetology school, I'm like wanting to figure out where to start. Me being the girl that I've always been, your girl has loved Pinterest. So if you don't know about Pinterest, I will tag my Pinterest right here so you can go download it and you can go add me, because my Pinterest has been my baby since high school. And of course, it's still kind of messy, so don't judge me. I'm still in the process of getting it organized so it can look more professional. Not only that, I've been pinning things for over 10 years now. I have tons of stuff. Since I've been on Pinterest for so long, I've found a lot of different informational articles, videos as well. Not on Pinterest, but it's helped me find other things to search for. And doing research, me wanting to find this journey, I was looking at workouts, looking at meals. I was looking at things that I wanted to do if I could add into my life. I started to get kind of a little excited. This is something for me, like this is something positive. It was a change, and this was one of those things I was like, you know what, there's nothing that's gonna stop me from getting to that. This was where my weight loss journey started kicking off. I lived at the time with my ex-girlfriend. I started working out at our apartment complex. I was like, why pay for a gym when there's literally a little gym that I can start out with here? And I'm paying for it. You know, use your resources, people. Don't come up with excuses. Use your resources. I was working out for like about 3 days out of the week, not really doing anything specific. I think I was mainly focusing on cardio at the time. They say cardio is the fastest way to burn fat in the gym, which of course it is, because you're burning the most calories. So I did a few weightlifting things. I say few, I meant few. At the time I didn't know what I was doing, and I'm not going to lie to you. If you don't know what you're doing, don't pretend like you know what you're doing, because I'm telling you, you're gonna embarrass yourself, one, and you're gonna hurt yourself, two. So don't do that unless you have gathered the information, watched the formation and things of that nature, because it is scary when it comes to weightlifting and making the wrong mistakes. I'm continuing to go to the gym and start finding new ways to change my lifestyle and my weight loss. I had to make some tough decisions in order to achieve some tough results. My eating habits and my way of life and my way of living was not how I wanted to continue to live. I don't know if a lot of people know this or realize that your way of life and how you choose to live is a direct line to who you want to be and how you want to achieve things and get to where you want to be in life. I just did some reflecting while I was in cosmetology school and legit changed everything. Like I had to change everything, and that was what I did at the time. There's like this Pinterest quote that I've seen, but it basically says like, when it comes to your dreams, you should always be afraid to achieve them. You should always, there should always be some sort of fear inflamed into your goals, because that's how you know that it's meant for you. I move out of the apartment, I get my own place. This is where it kind of like pushed into this next step where I started changing my eating habits. And that's when I started looking more into researching things that I could do starting off small. But I have no idea where to start. I wrote down a list of things that I love and things that I ate on like a regular basis and bought on a regular basis. Top things on my list was like apple juice. It was a lot of pre-made food, and I feel like that's where I fell off, because I was being lazy and I didn't want to cook. I was eating out as well. I'm like, all right, what can I start taking out of the equation? It's like at this point in my life, I'm like, change. Like everything needs to change. I was putting myself first. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take out juice, because juice was like one of the main things I was buying. I took all of my weak spots, so all of my cravings, I took those out of the equation. Stopped also eating red meat. Anything that wasn't a bird or fish, like I didn't eat. So I just ate chicken, turkey, and fish. That's about it outside of what I started to eat. After I started removing things from my meals, definitely started to see a significance in weight loss. It was mainly the juice and the meat. Like those were the first two things that I took out. Not a soda fan, so like I didn't necessarily have to worry about soda, but I know other people drink soda, but soda's bad for you. Like I can't say anything else, but you just drinking straight sugar at this point. I personally, I got to a point to where I mentally just kept telling myself, you're drinking your calories. Do you enjoy drinking your calories? You're getting no nutrition from it. And you'll get to that point in life where once you stop having things over a period of time, you don't crave them anymore. Like, I kid you not. People think that, oh, that's like, I'm sorry, I always crave this, like da 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 da, but it goes back to, cravings go back to your mental. So that's another topic that we'll discuss later on. But you can't just necessarily say that I always crave such and such. It's just your body being hungry. Like, just feed yourself. Fish, I did eat chicken. I had veggies and fruit, healthy snacks as well. I'll do a recipe video and I will go over like list of meals and things that I have tried and that I still currently eat. I also cut out no fast food and I did no eating out. Y'all, if you are eating out pretty much almost every day, then you're gonna have to start cooking your meals in between. Just gonna have to take eating out of the equation at least few times out of the week if you eat out all the time. I know some people, they don't cook at all. They can't cook. Like, I get it. But you're gonna have to figure out other substitutions. But anything that you didn't make yourself or you didn't purchase from the grocery store and make, it has more calories and higher saturations and fat, sodium levels. All of these things you have to take into consideration because they're cooking at a quantity level, not a quality level. I completely went cold turkey for a while, not eating out and not eating any fast food. Still to this day, there's some fast food places that I won't eat at. Like, I had a higher goal intended than this small glorified fast food meal that won't benefit me later on in the future. So I did cut that out just for the purpose of me wanting to achieve this goal. This is a mental change as well. You can't just sit up there and say, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. Start doing it, but not change it mentally and physically. They are hand in hand. It goes together. I don't eat dairy. Some people do. I don't, so I keep forgetting to mention that. I like it occasionally, like little cube cheeses with like my trail mix and stuff, but besides that, if it's not on something, I don't ever crave cheese. I'm not a pasta person either, so I took bread and pasta out of the equation. When it goes back to things that I don't have in my lifestyle, I have to really go back and remember because some of these things I just never really enjoyed or think about on a regular basis. Now, I know a lot of these things that I'm saying probably sound super bizarre for starting out, so that's why I say start with what you value the most in eating. Take those things away because that's what you eat the most out of, and then start getting into other things because like I said, you'll stop craving it as much as long as you stop allowing yourself to have it. Another thing that me and my girlfriend typically do is we won't have it in the house. Like, I strongly believe in, if you didn't buy it, if it's not in your face, you can't eat it. You don't have access to it. There's things that come into play where you can start making it harder for yourself to have access to these things, because that's what's gonna keep you and hold you accountable of removing those bad habits. I did start planning my meals ahead of time. If you get to a point to where like you legit just don't know where to start and you don't know what things are good to eat for yourself, start looking at options. Like I said, my Pinterest is accessible to you if you want to look at that, and start writing down things that you would want to try, that things that do interest you, because it allows you to be creative and it allows you to open your mind up to new opportunities and new things that you probably wouldn't have tried or seen or done before. Because another thing that I want to mention is your friends and your family should 100% support your lifestyle, and if they are not, cut them off. So when it comes to something that is genuine, that you are passionate about, there is nothing and no one that can hold you from achieving whatever it is that you want to achieve. So you do you, and they gonna do them over there. Also, I do want to mention, if you are 21 and older, you are going to have to cut out alcohol. I know you heard me. You are going to have to cut out alcohol. It suppresses your digestive system every time you drink it. Slows the process down. So it makes you more accessible to gaining weight, because with slowing down your digestive process, your body is now eligible of holding on to more sugars. So when you do that, anytime you drink, you're making yourself able to gain weight. Okay, like I said, it is personal preference on what you choose to remove, but that was what I decided to remove. I was very passionate about achieving this goal, so I was not allowing anything to stand in the way of me wanting to get to the point that I am at now. So moving along into the story, and that I got a gym membership and I did start doing HIIT cardio, and I was doing HIIT cardio for about 45 minutes starting out at the gym, and then I started working out and adding weight training into the equation. I did also wear a waist trainer working out at the gym at the time. As long as you kind of use something that helps you sweat, it's helped getting all of that water weight off of you. Was still doing that about 3 to 4 times a week, and then I went to 5 times a week. I went to the gym in the mornings. I prefer the morning time just because it really helps me get my day started. I did also try protein drinks. I am not a huge fan of protein substitutes. They just taste weird to me. Like, I'm a texture person. I've tried it. I maybe can put it in a smoothie. If you choose to, make sure you're just watching your carb and calorie count on those. At the time, I was doing a little bit more research online, and I was trying to find other options that could help me burn fat faster, speed up my metabolism, as well as good and natural for the body. So I started doing research on things that I could find from the vitamin shop, and there was a thing that I did some research on, which was L-carnitine. It is in a lot of pre-workout. What it does is kind of give you an energy boost for your workout, so that way you can go harder longer. And there are different milligrams, so you can start off with a smaller milligram, so that way if you are wanting to try something like this, you can see how your body reacts to a lower dosage of this product. When it comes to that, I always say talk to a doctor, try at your own discretion. Over the course of this time frame, so this is about 1.5 years, went from my highest weight, which was 181. I think I got down to around 140, 135. You know how your body, like, it goes into like a snap moment to where like you're working your body so hard that you drop so much weight so fast. I have a few videos because it was very brief when I got down to this weight. I was at a point in my life where this was something new, so it kind of shocked me at that point when I got to that weight, that I did end up gaining some of it back because I kind of got self-conscious, and I got a lot of people's thoughts surrounding me in my head, and it was more of, I looked super skinny, I looked unhealthy. It was just kind of like, dang, Shiana, you're small. Like, it was things of that nature. Like, I hear that now and I'm like, yeah, like, okay, cool. But at the time when I had lost all this weight significantly, I wasn't confident with the weight loss, but I was happy about the weight loss. I kind of was like, okay, well, maybe I should gain a little weight back. Maybe I got a little, you know, too small. Time of, you know, this is a fresh new weight loss. So your body's in that still weird element to where it's like, okay, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are we losing weight? Are we burning fat? So your body has to kind of like get used to the regimen, and my body was not used to my regimen at the time, so I did gain some of that weight back. So I got back up to about 155. Pretty much growing up, I was around 160, and when like I said, when I got up to that 181 at that time, back when I was younger, it shocked me. So I was like, you know what? I've done something wrong when I've gotten from 135 back to 155. And in this time frame, I did get into a new relationship, so it was kind of like happy weight, doing whatever I wanted to do. It didn't matter. Like, I was cool. I lost all this weight, everything was good. No, it wasn't. So I had to pull myself back on track, rewind and really just get myself together, which kind of led me to where I am now. But we will discuss that in the second video because I wanted to get to you guys' questions and answer everything that you guys wanted to ask me before I closed the first part of this weight loss out. So starting with the first question, it was, what did you eat and was there specific guidelines you follow? There wasn't a specific guideline I followed. I just figured out the things that didn't work with my routine and a healthy lifestyle for me, which is personally red meat and eating out, as well as dairy. I didn't drink juice or alcohol or soda, so I was a water and tea girl starting out, like 100%. All I did was just eat chicken, fish, fruits and vegetables, and I had healthy snacks. Next question was, how do you motivate yourself to stay on track? It is truly all in your head. When it comes to a weight loss journey, you have to mentally prepare yourself to switch your mindset. You can't think the same way you've thought before. It's really hitting the reset button on your life because you are now changing what you used to do and doing something completely different. This is going to be something that I want to do, and that end goal is always greater than the process. Can you post healthy cooking videos on YouTube? Yes, girl, I got you. I do cook a lot and I would love to show y'all what I cook. The only thing is our apartment is kind of small right now. I don't have the space to be recording a whole ass cooking kitchen. So I'm gonna do what I can, but I got you coming later on. Next question is, how did you know when / how to start? That was also a mental for me. It was me doing a self-reflect on my next chapters in my life, and I was like, you know what, I don't see my life going the way it is going. So I literally said, it's time for a change. And like, that was that. Like, it's been this ever since. Next question is, what did your workouts look like? Starting out, I did 45 minutes of cardio, and then in the summer and spring months, I was outside. Your girl loves to be outside. So I was hiking, I was walking my dog, I was living it up on the trails. I made my workouts work with my lifestyle. So it's not always in the gym, and it doesn't have to be in the gym at all. Like, if that's something that you just don't want to do, that's totally your option. How did you gain confidence? Okay, so with this is honestly a constant battle that I have with myself, because some days I feel confident, some days I don't. Like, it's just the way life is. Just like you got good days, you got bad days. I just always tell myself, you know, you are who you wake up and want to be every day. Whoever you choose to be that day, that's who you are. I feel like I've always been the oddball out growing up, and I've always been okay with that. Like, I've been different since, you know, middle school, and people have known me to be different. Literally, that's all it is. When it comes to my confidence, it's just like, I don't let people's opinions ever stand in the way of who I know I am. It's like, I do things and I don't care what anybody has to say. It's just me being me. I feel like for a long time I wasn't allowed to be me due to, you know, a good portion of my life I was closeted. That was a huge part of my confidence as well. So once I fully came out and was fully myself, that definitely was like it for me. Like, you can't tell me nothing. I have no secrets. I have nothing to hide. I am free. I am me, and you just gotta live with it. I'm eating a Cheeto. Don't judge. Somebody asked me how much, and I'm assuming they mean how much weight I've lost. I currently, last time I weighed in, I was around 132 at the doctor's office, so I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure I'm still around there in that element. I want to say that's around 50 pounds. When I look at my body now, I'm just kind of like, I look healthy. Like, I am perfectly healthy. I'm perfectly fine with the weight that I am at. I would like to lose a little bit more, but that's neither here nor there. Like, that's more of just toning. Okay, so next question is favorite meal. Ooh, I got a few of these. I want to say probably my favorite healthy meal that I made was the one pan sheet dish. Is on my Pinterest. If you follow me there, you can find the recipe, and I will probably tag it in this video, hopefully, maybe. And I use chicken sausage with mine, and it's mixed vegetables. So like, you've got carrots, you've got broccoli, you've got zucchini, you've got your peppers, and I want to say onions too as well. And you can also add potatoes if you want. Just cook that in the oven. Was like one of my favorite go-to meals. I don't eat it now because my girlfriend freaking hates vegetables. Like, she is literally the most biggest baby ever. She doesn't like it. And I'm like, I have to cook it when it's just a meal for me. What changes did you make to maintain your weight loss? Okay, I feel like this is mainly one answer, and it's your diet. Like 100% your diet. That's why I always say that this is a lifestyle change and not a diet, because your body needs a regimen in order to get used to something or maintain something. So if you go and eat healthy and then go and eat super bad, it's not gonna help your situation. So I did try to maintain working on my portions and not overeating. So that was like my main two things. Okay, next question is, what's the most important part of your routine? Honestly, I say the most important part is keeping your mental on track, because if you lose sight of the goal, you lose sight of the whole journey. And I can testify to say that that has happened to me, and I got to the point to where I gained my weight back. I'm trying to lose or gain any more. So I have to keep in mind of certain things that I can't have due to me wanting to make sure that I don't gain this weight back, especially as quickly as I lost it over the course of this year. Next question is, do you have new favorite foods? Not necessarily. Like foods to cook at home, I love blackened salmon. Like, oh my god, that's like my top favorite. And anything cooked in the air fryer, that's honestly top tier. Okay, I got another confidence question, but it was kind of different, so I feel like I should answer this one as well. What do you do to exclude so much pure confidence and self-love? It's like, it makes me happy because I feel like there is, at one point, you know, like when I started this journey, I kid you not, I feel like that's when I started being more aware of myself. And you don't understand how important it is to life to be aware, because we are our own worst critics, our worst enemies in some aspects, and our best friends. So it's like, you just kind of come to a point to where you and yourself are on the same page, making sure that you are okay and you are putting everything that you need right in front of you. That's gonna make you happy, because that's the only thing that's going to help you be the person that you want to be, is happiness. Constantly focus on negative things, constantly having negative things around you will never allow you to become or be the person that you want to be. So you have to remove those things from your life and from out of your mind as well. There's a lot of things that we hold hostage in our heads that we shouldn't even keep, that is holding and hindering us from achieving our next step. So that is why I exclude so much self-love, because I put myself first. So guys, that is it for this video. I hope this video was very informative for you. I would love to hear your feedback and also any other questions that you guys may have for me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.